Hello Libra, and welcome to your April 2024 tarot card reading. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Jane. Welcome to April 2024, which is a very big month astrologically. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at both the tarot predictions and mix it with a lot of astrology here for you. So as you're choosing which sign to watch, you may want to start off with your sun sign or your rising sign. And if you would like to have that third perspective, your moon sign is also quite beneficial as well. So let's go ahead and jump right into the reading, and I'll see you guys in just a sec. Hello Libra, and welcome to your April 2024 tarot card reading. We're going to get started with an animal spirit card. So what is it that Libra needs to know? Okay, you actually got two. Okay, be fearless and bold and be playful. Those actually go so well hand in hand. I'm actually pleasantly surprised because I do feel like boldness and taking a risk is a really important part of Aries season in general. Plus, we have eclipses going on. And I do feel with this Uranus-Jupiter thing that's happening in Taurus too, this conjunction is happening in your 8th house. So I feel like Libra is kind of like in this deep inner place, really seeking significant change. And the 8th house is a place of death and rebirth. Usually the death that happens in the 8th house is identity, right? We're letting a specific identity or a self-concept die off, and we re-emerge, which as Jupiter moves into Gemini late May, early June, you're probably going to really feel that emergence happening and feeling that sense of freedom where there's an old part of you that had a purpose and it had meaning at the time, but right now it's kind of becoming obsolete. So you're shedding that skin and you're allowing yourself to blossom in new and incredible ways. And of course, the playful, right? Be playful is all about enjoying the ride. And I'm not saying everything in your life is perfect right now, but there probably are a lot of things going well, and they don't necessarily have to be taken so seriously. If we have an attitude of playfulness and we can be fearless, I feel like that's a winning combination for whatever it is you're ultimately wanting to do. This combination feels like the perfect cardinal energy. We are in Aries season, which is also cardinal. So the sun is opposite of you, shining its light onto you. So that cardinal risk-taking, initiating aspect is being accentuated, which is great. I don't think Libra has anything to be afraid of or to be worried about. So if you are considering taking a big leap or you are considering making substantial change, probably it's going to be okay. Probably you're going to be fine. Probably the money's going to come through. The right people are going to come through, right? Probably the wealth and abundance and prosperity that you're seeking, it's going to help guide you there. So I'm not saying it's going to come in all at once, but it's probably a good step in the right direction. All right. So long as it's constructive and not destructive. All right. So let's see what comes through with the moon deck. Believe in the impossible. Wow, you're getting some big cards. I feel like this is going to be a big reading for Libra this month. I think mindset is super duper important. And having a mindset that yes, you can do it. Yes, it is possible. Yes, you are capable. Yes, you are smart enough. Yes, you have everything that it's going to take to be able to do it. You know, just kind of tapping into that sense of self-worth as much as you possibly can. And if you struggle with self-worth, because I know a lot of people do, you can still just kind of do it anyway. Okay. You don't always have to feel entirely worthy and deserving to go do something. You can always just go do it. And I think the more and more you prove yourself capable, the more and more deserving you will feel. But I just am getting this sense that Libra is desperately clawing, and I know that sounds dramatic, but it's like desperately clawing at the next chapter and you just really want to get there, and you're sick of certain aspects of the way that things have been, and that you are willing to really change, because that's what Jupiter-Uranus conjunction is asking of us, or demanding of us. It's asking us to genuinely change. For you in the 8th house, more so for you than it is for anyone else. But it is asking us to revolutionize ourselves. Okay? So we have to be kind of fearless. If we're going to go through a individual revolution, we're going to have to have fearlessness there. Okay, Eight of Coins has been coming out real hot and heavy the past few months. And I go really hard on that 8 of Coins because I see that's really where the magic is. Okay, the essence of manifestation really lies here, and it has to do with your connection and your flow. What I see here is kind of the more material side of the magician, where the magician is about the initial spark or the initial desire. This is where those initial desires actually become reality because you are making those things happen. Now, there is a lot of work with the 8 of Coins, so this is not one of those, just sit in your living room and meditate all day and just expect all this great stuff to come to you. I think there's times for that, and I think there are certain places for that. But when it comes to the actual goals that you want to achieve, you are going to have to go out and make them happen. But I think you want to, right? I feel like you have an energy surge. This probably has a lot to do with Mars coming conjunct Saturn for the first week of April. Plus we just had an eclipse in Libra on the 25th. And then we're going to have the big new moon eclipse, which is happening on April 8th. So that's a much bigger, higher magnitude eclipse, which is happening then. And plus it's going to really, like, if there is a pain point that you're dealing with, that eclipse on April 8th is really going to kind of push you where it hurts. It's like you've got a bruise and you continually push the bruise. It's like, pay attention, there's a wound here. And it's going to ensure that you feel that sense of duty. I don't want to say urgency, but I want to say duty, that you owe it to yourself to actually do something about it, to change your circumstances. Again, I'm not suggesting your whole life is terrible and your whole life has to change, but probably there is at least one circumstance in your life that you wish was different. And this is you pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, rallying and showing up every day and really putting in what it takes to make that change. And what I love about the King of Cups is he's not emotional about this. This is not an emotional experience. This is just really matter of fact. And I feel like Libra actually does quite well in this environment, where you can look at something and say, well, if I want this, then I'm going to have to do that. It's all very black and white, clear cut, clear directions. It's not convoluted or confusing, and it's not all, you may not know exactly how everything is going to go, but for the most part, if you want that, you're going to have to take certain actions. And I would really trust yourself. Truly, be playful, be fearless and bold. Like, you can trust yourself right now. You don't have to second guess. You don't have to, go back and forth and do all this consideration. You just have to dive in. And the things that you are investing in with this 6 of Coins, the things that you are pumping energy into. Now, this could be actual, like, your time. It could be your time and effort. It could be your finances, and it can be other forms of investment. But whatever it is you're putting your investment into, there is going to be a reciprocation. Things are going to even out. So what goes out must come in. So as you're working really, really hard, there's going to be inflow that comes in as well, because there's a massive output going on here with the 8 of Coins. And the more of an output you have, the more of an input you have. It just kind of is the way it works, because you're creating momentum with that 8 of Coins. And I see the balance happening here. This is going to be the first step toward your impossible, quote unquote, dreams. Okay? But I think diving in here is the act of fearlessness. It is the bold act that you will need to engage in. Okay, and if you can do it playfully, then that's even better. All right. Libra, strength, judgment. Now, the only thing, I just mentioned clarity. I may backtrack on that if we get a 7 of Cups in this first set of 9 cards. So we got 3 more left. If we get a 7 of Cups, I may backtrack a little bit. But I do see with the Judgment card that there is an extensive amount of clarity. All right. I love the Judgment card because there aren't usually a lot of questions. To me, this feels like you're coming out of a fog, or you're coming out of a haze, or coming out of a darker period, and you kind of see the light, if you will. And there is some kind of an illumination in terms of the direction you need to go. Is it going to be easy with that Strength card? Absolutely not. It's not going to be easy. We've got 3 major arcana card that came out, one right after the other. And I feel like this is kind of a big turning point for Libra. It's a big turning point for all of us because this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that's happening, plus eclipses the beginning of the month, plus a Mercury retrograde, there's just a lot of revision happening. And I think Mercury retrograde in Aries is really helping us to change the way we see ourselves, to change the way we perceive ourselves. Well, I guess that's the same, see ourselves, perceive ourselves. It's really helping us to rethink these self-concepts. And when I look at the Emperor, I clearly see someone who is being, it's like top tier involvement in their life. Right? You being very involved in your life. There's no escapism here. There's no hiding. There's no denial. There's no running away. It's you fully engaging. And that can be scary. It can be hard. And I think there are going to be certain trials, because with the 8 of Coins, it's not a perfect process. When you are delving into your projects, or you're building the kind of life you want, or you are planning to make bigger moves, right? And you're preparing for all that. We know that it's not going to be completely smooth sailing. But what I love about these kings is the strong masculine energy. And given the fact that the sun is in Aries, your opposite sign, I do like the masculine component quite a bit. Not to mention your ruling planet Venus is coming in on the 5th as well. So Venus is going to be heavily under that influence of Mars. So I just think Libra has this more outward, ambitious, powerful approach to life right now, approach to your goals anyway. Maybe not all of life itself, but at least to your goals. And the thing about the Emperor is he can be so demanding on himself. Now, I said this to Virgo as well, so I just want to be very clear about this. When I say demanding on yourself, I don't mean being hard and critical of yourself. Demanding things of yourself means you're going to show up. You're going to show up on time. You're going to show up fully present. You're going to put your time and energy and effort into it. You're going to give it your all, and you're going to work hard, and you're going to end the day satisfied with the work that you've done. And the Emperor, he holds himself up to a very high standard, but it's not about beating yourself up. Remember, be playful. It's not about beating yourself up. Oh, it didn't go perfectly today. Oh, we had a hiccup. Oh, we got a problem. Like, who cares? Like, yeah, you're going to have problems. It's life, but are you going to give your whole heart to the thing you say you want most? And for some people, there might be a big disconnect between what you say you want and what you're actually willing to do. And if there is a gap between those two things, now when I say willing to do, I feel like I have to keep doing all these disclaimers. Sorry about that. Obviously, I mean constructive things, okay? Healthy things. if there's a big gap between what you say you want and the person you say you want to be and your actual behavior, this is an excellent time to consciously revise, to consciously replace old behaviors with new ones. I feel like there's just a lot of empowerment with the chart, and that's going to continue as Jupiter comes in through Gemini. So we have kind of a whole year ahead of us where we can transition and transform, and we ourselves can go through a lot of motion and movement, okay? Because when Jupiter comes into Gemini in late May, early June, in Gemini season, that's ninth house activation for Libra. So there's going to be an extensive desire for freedom. But you can't have freedom if you're not willing to do what it takes to become free. Like, for example, financial freedom. You're not going to be able to find financial freedom if you're not investing properly, or you're not, being smart with your money, or if you're not earning more, right? So freedom is going to be a massive theme for Libra, continued theme, because I think it kind of already has been with Jupiter in the 8th house, but it's a little bit more expansive in the 9th. I think 8th house is kind of like an inner freedom, where 9th house is a more experiential freedom. Okay, Ace of Coins, 5 of Cups. Okay, so we didn't get 7 of Cups, so I'm going to hold fast on this notion that Libra is not confused. Please do not sit there and think to yourself that you don't know, because I think you actually do. If you feel like you don't know, well, this way or that way, or and you're going back and forth with different options and different ideas and whatnot, I think you are just a little in your head. And a good way to get out of your head is just to kind of take a step back a little bit. This can wait. Like, you can pull back from this for a minute because you don't want to just dive into just anything. You want to dive and dedicate and commit to something that you feel can have some sort of longevity. So if you are feeling on the fence, if you are feeling confused, take a step back, take a breather, and just ask yourself what you want. What do you want? And how do you most likely see yourself getting there? There is no perfect path. I don't think you could be making wrong choices in terms of, where to live, or should I get this job or that job, or should I start this type of business or that type of business, or should I write this book or that book? Like, it doesn't matter. The doing is what matters, and the dedication is what matters. And there are going to be opportunities that come in, and I love an Ace of Coins, but keep in mind, an ace is a potential. It's not full, hard, and fast. Now, I do prefer an Ace of Coins over the other aces because there is some element of realness. So maybe it is someone actually offering you something, actually giving you a deposit or signing a contract, or actually committing to you in some way. There is something real. There's a realness, but it is still just the beginning seed. So keep in mind that Ace of Coins is going to require a lot of 8 of Coins. It's going to require a lot of dedication and focus. It's going to require a lot from you so that it can grow to the extent that it deserves to grow, that you deserve it to grow. Okay? 5 of Cups. There is a shedding happening. You are shedding skin. And that will continue through April and through May. There's actually, it'll be for the few months, actually, even as Venus comes in through Taurus later on. She comes into Taurus on April 29th. And then we're going to have Mars come into Taurus a little bit later on as well, later on in the year. So all this 8th house activity, as all these planets come through Taurus, it's going to feel like there's kind of a long, drawn out kind of baptism going on. And during all the 8th house transits, there is going to be a massive release. Now, there are going to be things that you look back on and you might feel regret and you might feel sadness and you might feel the loss of a lot of these things. Maybe you're like, well, I wish I had done it a long time ago, or I wish I didn't have to go through that, because if I didn't go through that, then I would have been able to do this, But there's really no point in looking backwards. I don't think the astrology is keeping us in this nostalgic place. There's no room for nostalgia in this moment. Pluto in Aquarius, moving direct, it's future focus. We're going to have nostalgia later on in the year, September, October, November, when Pluto dips back into Capricorn for the last time. We're going to feel that pull toward the past. But right now, we don't have to be feeling that. All right, so we can let a lot of things go, and the way we do that is by looking toward the future. And I'm not suggesting you suppress or live in denial of anything, but it's just, does it really demand your focus? Does it really demand so much energy, your past, when so much is on the line, your future? It's just going to be a decision. But when I look at this 10 of Cups, I feel like you're aligning with a path that's making you really happy. And whatever this 8 of coins it's going to be worth it. It's going to be something that you feel proud about and you feel excited about and you feel like things are moving on a good track. And like, I'm feeling so many potential good feelings. I think if you are not engaged, if you retreat, if you escape from things, that is going to be the time where you don't feel very happy. So, and that's the Emperor energy, right? Being engaged, being present, being involved in your own life, and really getting your hands dirty and taking that leadership role, being a leader to yourself, taking that leadership role seriously. Because you're going to need that leadership energy. Like if you're planning on being fearless and bold, well, you don't want to be reckless, right? We're not asking you to be reckless or do anything haphazardly. You can be fearless and bold and still be in some semblance of control. And that's the perfect Emperor energy. Actually, I would say the Kings are as well. Okay? All right, so let's pull out the clarifiers. So we're going to pull out a whole bunch of new cards. So for those of you who are new, the cards we're about to pull out, we'll talk for another 25 to 30 minutes about all these cards in the comprehensive reading. And the link for that is in the description box and the comment thread down below. So if you want to join, you are absolutely more than welcome. So let's take a look at this King of Cups. What else does Libra need to know about the King of Cups here? 3 of Cups, 2 of Coins. Beautiful. Loving the King energy so much. Tower, 4 of Coins. I mean, I feel like this was a long time coming. I don't really think, and there's the 7 of Cups that's even reversed. And 9 of Coins. I had a feeling 7 of Cups was going to come out. I had a notion. Page of Coins. Strength with the Sun, Queen of Swords, Libra card, and King of Cups reversed. Judgment, 6 of Wands, 10 of Swords, Page of Swords, 7 of Swords, Hermit. There's a lot of challenge to your self-perception coming through with these cards. 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups, King of Wands, 6 of Cups, 8 of Wands, 3 of Wands, Ace of Wands, Knight of Coins, and another 8 of coins. Okay, so this is where we're going to pick up. So if you want to join, you are more than welcome. Thank you, Libra. Have an amazing month, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.